Okay, a little bit of an oopsie happened. An oopsie. A private phone call. That's right, a private phone call between RFK Jr. and Donald Trump while both were in good old Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And they were talking about vaccines. I want to be very careful here. This is these two talking about it, not me. Now, this is a private conversation that somehow got leaked. Somebody unzipped and pulled out the video, and now it's all over the interwebs, which RFK Jr. had to immediately apologize for. So let's go ahead and play this video clip. It's not the biggest bombshell in the world, but it shouldn't have happened.
I agree with you, man. Something's wrong with that whole system. Yeah. And, and it's a doctor issue. Remember I said I want to do small doses. Small doses. When you feed a baby, Bobby, a vaccination that has like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. It looks like you should be giving a horse this. And do you ever see the size of it, right? It's this massive. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change radically. I've seen it too many times. And then you hear that it doesn't have an impact, right? But you and I talked about that a long time ago. And anyway, I would love you to do so. And I think it would be so good for you and so big for you. And we're going to win. We're going to win. We're way ahead of the guy. And, he's interesting. It was very nice, actually. He called me.
Now, I will be clipping this and raising the volume. So for this video segment, there will be a clip and the audio will be raised.
And he said, how did you choose to move to the right? So I guess that's, people said, if I was looking straight on, right? He said, I said, I was just showing a chart. I didn't have to tell him the chart was on all the people pouring into our country, right? But I just turned my head to show the chart. And something wrapped me. It felt like a giant, like the world's largest mosquito. And it was a bullet going right. What do they call that, an AR-15 or something? That was a big gun. Those are pretty tough guns, right?
Now, it would start off with vaccines, the amount kids get, and then it just reduced down to Trump talking about what happened to his ear at that campaign rally at Butler, Pennsylvania, saying he got a phone call from President Biden himself. Now, again, this video clip will be raised up. I will be raising up the volume for it. But RFK Jr. quickly had to do some damage control. U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has apologized after his son posted a video recording a recent phone call with his Republican challenger, Donald Trump. During the call, Trump sought RFK Jr.'s endorsement and said that he shared the independent's concerns about vaccinating children. So, what that tells me? That there might be a wrap up, that maybe even RFK Jr. can see the writing on the wall, that Trump's got the huge momentum, and at this point, anybody facing off against him is going to be defeated. We shall see. An excerpt of the call, which took place on Sunday, was briefly posted on X on Tuesday by Bobby Kennedy III. It was deleted shortly afterwards. According to screenshots, the younger Kennedy posted a video as he felt these sorts of conversations should be had in public. In the video, Trump told the elder Kennedy that clearly something's wrong with the U.S. childhood vaccination program. I said I want to do small doses, Trump told Kennedy Jr. Children are given a vaccination that's like 38 different vaccines, and it looks like it's meant for a horse, not a 10-pound or 20-pound baby. And then you see the baby all of a sudden starting to change, and then you hear that doesn't have an impact, he complained. You and I talked about that for a long time, Trump added. Kennedy Jr. has railed against vaccinating children since before the COVID-19 pandemic, and Trump, whose administration funded the development of the COVID vaccines, at one point publicly shared his views. My theory, he told reporters in 2007, is the shots are responsible for causing autism. We're giving these massive injections at one time, and I really think it does something to the children. Within hours of the video being posted, Kennedy Jr. apologized for the leak. When President Trump called me, I was taping with an in-house videographer. He explained, your son, and a post on X, I should have ordered the videographer to stop recording immediately. I'm mortified that this was posted. I apologize to the president. Kennedy Jr. did not speak during the section of the call posted online after laying out his views on vaccines. Trump appeared to ask the independent candidate's endorsement, telling him, it would be so good for you. Trump met with Kennedy Jr. the day after the phone call to discuss his possibility of suspending his bid for the White House and joining the Republicans' campaign, Politico reported on Monday. The Kennedy campaign acknowledged that the meeting took place, but said that the two discussed national unity and that Kennedy Jr. would remain in the race. Recent polls show Kennedy Jr. winning about 10% of the national vote in a hypothetical race that includes the Green Party's Jill Stein and Justice for All Party. Give it up for Dr. Cornel West. These are the same polls show Trump leading President Joe Biden by between 1 and 6 points. So what can we take from this? Well, there's always a price for anybody to sell out. Now, again, Kennedy has said he's still in the race, but it's one big club. What do Biden, Trump, and Kennedy Jr. all have in common? In 3, 2, 1, all were part of or still are part of the Democratic Party, or have close ties to the Democratic Party. Now, of course, yes, Trump is a Republican, but he was a Democrat before that. Biden, diehard Democrat that worked with Republican segregationists as well as other conservatives throughout his entire political career. And then, of course, you have RFK Jr., part of the Kennedy clan. They're with the Democrats. I mean, come on. What else is it going to be? So looking at that phone call, it's not a bombshell. It's just confirms to all of us and should confirm to all of you that they're all friends with each other behind closed doors, in their little fancy mansions or hotel rooms, wherever they're at. They are friends. They know each other. Yes, they're in the race for the White House, but it doesn't matter who sits on the throne because it's all one big club, a club that you don't want to be part of, a club that caters to the top 1%, a club that says that it has good people running for office saying that they will fight for the will of the people. Will the will of the people be obeyed? Absolutely not. They are not fighting for us, and they never will. The donor supersedes the voter. Remember that always. So Kennedy quickly to apologize. The videographer, meaning your son, posted it. And it was a private conversation, but they were quick to do damage control because maybe there was a lot more that was said, maybe, in that phone call. Maybe Kennedy did humor the idea of maybe being part of the Trump administration or doing something associated with the Trump administration. Who knows what was said? But that call was deleted. That video was deleted, to be more precise. But they're all friends. I want everybody to remember that. I don't care if you're a diehard Kennedy supporter, diehard Trump supporter, or Biden supporter. They are friends with each other. They call each other up like little schoolgirls. That's what they do. That's what you expect from these politicians. Them being authentic. What kind of world are you living in?